Coming up soon on Calm Biker. Let's get past this one. And he's still alive. Good afternoon everybody, Calm Biker here. Just heading into the orifice. We've finally finished our software. The testing's nearly complete and we are demonstrating it to the big bosses today, the ones that are paying for it, so it has to go well. So I'm going in just to make sure everything works out as I want it to, as much as I'm able to anyway. Not enjoying these roads much, I have to say. There's so many roadworks going on at the minute and the roads are just coated in gunk, mud and diesel from all the trucks, and pretty horrible. I just had my back wheel spin up in third gear just whilst going in a straight line. Really bad. Anyway, I've got a topic for the ride in, assuming that the camera doesn't fog up, and it's another FRO. I haven't done an FRO in a while, and today's FRO is coming up. What's that I hear you say? What are you talking about, Richard? Coming up, and I'm talking about coming up on TV, coming up on Calm Biker's channel next. It's this thing that's happening to our TV programs. I think it happens a lot in America. It started happening on the American programs first, but I'm starting to see it now on a lot of the British ones as well. And I don't know what it is. Is it the same thing as people who pick up a book in a bookshop and read the last page before they decide whether to buy it or not? They want to know what's going to happen. Never understood that. And that's where I think this coming up thing, I think that's the equivalent for the paper world. Coming up after the break. Let's get past this one. And he's still alive. It's before the break. I just had my back wheel spin up in third gear just whilst going in a straight line. Never understood that. And it's this thing where at the end of programs, I think is where it used to start, where it'd be coming up next time on whatever program, on 24, and you get to see all the things that are going to happen. And it gives it away. So you get to the end of a program, you've got a cliffhanger. Let's get past this one. You've got a cliffhanger. Is our hero about to be killed? And then you see coming up next time, and he's still alive. So you've destroyed your own cliffhanger. But it seems to have spread from there. So it then seemed to spread to last time on 24, and you get to see what happened last time. Well, maybe that's okay. You know, if you haven't watched it for a week, you get that update so you can kind of remind yourself what happened. I tend to just set series to record and then watch them two a day or something like that, so that I can skip past those bits. So I suppose you can get away with that bit. But then it started on programs, things like The Apprentice, which I quite like watching, and Dragon's Den. Coming up in this episode. What? I'm going to be watching this for the next hour. You don't need to tell me what's going to happen. I'm going to watch it. I mean, you might actually drive some of your viewers away by doing, oh, that looks rubbish, I'm not going to carry on watching. Coming up after the break. Whatever. Skip the adverts and skip all that fluff. Calm Biker. Earlier on Calm Biker channel. It's this thing that never understood that. Just heading into the orifice. I don't know what you chaps and chapesses think about that, but I just find it annoying. I suspect that it's a way of making a program cheaper, especially if you're on the channels with adverts. And I don't know, in America is that pretty much every channel? I know in Britain it's pretty much every channel, but you've got the BBC channels where you don't get adverts. But they still do this. But on the channels with adverts now, there's so many programs where the beginning of the program is tonight on whatever, followed by 10 minutes of program, followed by coming up after the break. Then you have a 5-minute break, and then it's before the break, followed by 5 minutes of program, and then after the next break, and thus it continues. And I suspect there's only half an hour of program, and they're managing to pad it into a full hour of TV. Certainly on some programs I've noticed that if you record them, skip the adverts and skip all that fluff, you can watch an entire program in about half an hour. So I do that. I found I save quite a lot of time. So anyway, that's my FRO of the day. FRO coming up soon on Calm Biker, and earlier on Calm Biker's channel. Now, to prove a point, I might edit this one up to have lots of coming soons and earlier on Calm Biker channel, just to annoy you all into agreeing with me. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.